Hi guys, how are you doing? So last week I have been to a sensory deprivation tank for the first time in my life. And it was such a profound experience that I wanted to share it with you guys because I think that a lot of people can benefit from it. And I just wanted to tell you what it is and how I found the experience for myself. So, well, first of all, I heard about it maybe 3 years ago, and I really wanted to go ever since, but something always got in the way. But now I've got some free time and some money, so I decided that, well, if not now, when? And I went. So, for those of you who don't know what sensory deprivation tank is, it is basically a little pool. It can be more in form of a capsule. The one that I have been to was more like a little closet combined with a pool where you step in, and there is salty water uh, at the temperature of your body, so around 37 degrees Celsius. And there is no sound and no light, and so there is nothing that disturbs your senses. Basically, you are floating, and it feels like you are floating in the emptiness because all of your senses are muted for this period of time. And in my case, I went for 1 hour. I think that there are tanks where you can go for shorter, but I would not recommend going for less than an hour because it takes some time to adjust, and I think an hour is enough to see the benefits. When I first got there, it was very unusual because throughout our daily lives, our senses are always occupied. We are always listening to something, or we are always looking at something, and we get distracted a lot. And even when we try to meditate, there is always some kind of sounds, or maybe it's cold in the room, and your brain uses all of this distractions in order to not concentrate and not just be still. And when you get into the tank, it's just nothing. So you are there alone with your thoughts, and it can be scary in the beginning. You're there and you think, what am I going to do for 1 hour? And for me, it's really hard to meditate because my mind is so restless, it always goes places. And in this case, I just dedicated myself to just being there, being present, not thinking about anything on purpose, just breathing really deep and listening to everything that happens inside my head. I was actually a little bit scared of going there because since I have borderline personality disorder, I know that a lot of people say that, well, your mind is a scary place, don't go there, without company of your doctor, for example. And I didn't know what to expect, but I mean, you can always go out if you get scared or something. So I kind of told myself that, I can go through this. And the first 10 minutes, I would say, it just takes you to get used to the new surroundings, and your body gets a little bit confused because it doesn't know where it is and what the directions are, and you start feeling like you're stirring a little bit. Yeah, it was really weird. And then after 10 minutes, your body kind of gets adjusted, and then your brain starts working because when it doesn't have any distractions, it just creates its own images and it just plays tricks on you. So I just started paying attention to what my brain did. So at first, I started seeing very bright visual images, and I kind of saw myself as an orange wave. It was really weird, and I tried to kind of oscillate with the wave that I was seeing in my head, but it didn't lead to anything, so I just let it go and released this feeling. And then I started seeing some people, and I just saw some human figures that were glowing sort of with this like white and blue light, and some of them stepped forward, and some of them it was like a crowd of people. And then I saw some other visual images, and I heard some kind of voices or maybe melodies, and it lasted for maybe another 10 minutes or so. And then I kind of got into this like spirit of being completely still and not being disturbed by anything, and I felt suddenly so safe. I don't remember feeling this safe, maybe ever. So it really felt like someone was hugging you, or that just, you're going to be okay. It suddenly was so clear to me. And I started crying because of that. I don't know. I didn't resist, and so the tear just went and went and went, and it lasted for a couple of minutes, and then I was laughing and crying at the same time because I felt so safe and I was so happy, but at the same time it was so painful. And this, you know, when you have BPD, you quite a lot of times you have this kind of hole filling in your chest, so you feel like there is a hole there. And I started feeling that quite intensely as well, but it kind of, I realized that I'm the only person who is responsible for my own safety, who is responsible for me feeling safe. And so it kind of, I mean, I just realized that I don't have to rely on anyone in order to feel protected, because I am there for myself all the time. And I started crying again because of that, and I cried maybe 3 or 4 times in a row for like 1 or 2 minutes, and it was really weird. And then I didn't fight this like sadness, and I just let it, go through me. And then suddenly everything went black, and I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anything. There was just me and my breath and my body. And I went into this state where you just don't feel anything and you're absolutely blank. And it was wonderful. I really loved it. It was like sleeping without any dreams. In a way, I'm not sure, maybe I really did fall asleep, but it was really nourishing and really relaxing and just so cool. I loved this feeling. And then suddenly I felt like something kind of pushed me out of the state, and I felt the intensive urge to ground myself. So I just started feeling my body, and I wanted to kind of know where my body ends and where the water starts, because it is the same temperature as your body, so you don't feel it anymore. And just when I started kind of going through my body parts to, find them and feel them again, the alarm went off, so that the hour was over. And when I got up and when I got out of the tank, my body felt so heavy. It was really weird to get out, because all of your senses are so alert, and every noise and every kind of visual image is just too much, and you want to go there again, and you just want to not be disturbed for another maybe hour or something. So I mean, it was such a great experience for me, because I really struggle with meditation, and I always find some kind of distractions. There is always something. And there you go there, and you pay money for it, and you commit to just being there for 1 hour and completely being alone with your thoughts. So I totally recommend anyone to go there maybe once. If you don't like it, you don't have to go anymore, but I think that most of the people would love it. And it just allows you to kind of be there, be still, and to maybe realize something about yourself or about your body or about life, or it just allows you to be non-distracted for 1 hour, and it's priceless. I loved it, but I think that you have to be cautious if you are really sick. I mean, if you kind of have like a severe mental illness, or if it's in acute state, then probably you shouldn't go there, or at least you should consult with your therapist before going there, because it might make things worse. I think that if I went there like a year ago, I would hate it, because I didn't want to be alone at any cost. And yeah, so I mean, if you feel like this sounds interesting to you, I totally recommend going there. And I mean, tell me if you ever went to such a thing. Maybe you can tell me your experiences with it, or if you know something that is like this, or maybe some techniques that can take you to this like non-thinking state. I will be super glad to hear it. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching my videos. I really love you, and yeah, see you in the next one. Be a nice human. Bye.